Hello, hello, and if you're a Virgo, you are in the right place. Hello, welcome to my channel. I am Daisy, and I will be interpreting the messages for the Virgos as we're entering Virgo season. So for about 30 days each year, the sun travels through various parts of the constellation, and it's occupying Virgo constellation from about August 23rd through September 22nd. So if your birthday falls in that date range, you are in the right place as I'm celebrating your Virgo sun sign, interpreting these cards. All right, so before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and start off with these gems. I'll lay out the players and we'll see what is in store for you, my Virgo. What I do have here, of course, there's my crystals that I normally like to have here, but I have these beautiful gems here, and we're going to talk about these as they are really great for the Virgo energy. And so we will start with this first player here. This here is called hematite, and hematite allows to eliminate negativity in all forms, and it's also a wonderful stone for grounding. And as you are in the earth element, this is really good to bring you back to that grounding and that high vibration to help you during any healing that you may need in any areas of your life. So we're going to put it down here. The next player that we have, I'll move this over here. I have this one. It's a slate of jasper. It is a slate of jasper. So some people have gemstones. I got this little slate. I don't know why I felt attracted to it. I could put that as a ring. Isn't that kind of sweet? Look at that and wire it up. Anyway, so jasper helps alleviate stress, promoting tranquility, helping you deepen your focus and push away any harmful, repetitive negative thoughts in your mind. So these two stones work really great together. The other stone moving into is the amethyst. This is an amethyst crystal, has not been tumbled or polished yet. So amethyst is great for protection against any fear and feelings of guilt, and again bringing calmness and alleviating any anxiety. And so if you have been going through a stressful moment and feel out of balance, these stones, what they do is they help remind you and bring you peace and tranquility. And it's making that association and a reminder that these are your birthrights. Let's stay in the light crystals and stones. So this gemstone is a rose quartz, again, healing emotional wounds. So it's going to be interesting what's going to be revealed here for you, Virgo. If there's anything that you need to do as far as healing old wounds and also cultivating divine love, that pure love, the self-love and love of others. So opening, what I would say, and improving compassion and what I would call deepening your relationships and friendships. And finally, the last player is this beautiful smoky quartz. So the beautiful smoky quartz disperses fear. It lifts any depression and negativity. So, and we see that from these stones, and also it brings calmness and relieving stress and anxiety. So we're anchoring the two big ones here that are for repelling the negativity and attracting that sense of calmness. All right. So as we set the stage for the players, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the Virgos. One thing it's important to say is that, if you look at these sun signs and you look at the charts, usually it starts in the middle of the month, goes through to the next month. What we'll see here now is, as the Virgos, you might feel, well, are we all Virgos the same? Well, in astrology, that's why, people with the same zodiac sign have like this affinity towards each other. There's a lot of things in common, yet at the same time, there's a lot of differences because of the different celestial bodies, the moon, the Venus, Mars, and what the rising zodiac signs are. So those are the little nuances that, for the most part, bring the variety in what is similar to each individual. So at the same time, there is one big thing that we could say that they all have in common, which is they're great communicators. They know how to express themselves. They are really good in relationships. I mean, like, they play very well with all the other zodiacs, and they know how to process their emotions and pretty much chase after their goals. So, oh, okay, well, that's interesting. We'll go ahead and place that out here. Usually 3, I'll keep them for something. We'll see where we're going to place them here. So now, as it moves through the cycle, as the sun moves through that astrological cycle, then we have that sense of what I would call diminishing that energy. So for those that are the Virgos that are born in August, they have like what I would call the classic Virgo traits, and being ruled by Mercury, and especially those born in August have that predominant strength and the classic Virgo traits, which is expressed through communication, and yet they're the most sensitive, which is their weakness and their strength at the same time. So they're very helpful, they're very detail oriented, very pragmatic because of that earthy sign, very thorough and organized. Now when we move towards the September Virgos, then we start getting a little bit of variety, which means now that there's co-rulership there with Saturn, which is the planet of responsibility, or it could be Venus, which is the planet of love and values. So both of these planets bring more money driven and materially focused energy to the Virgos, as opposed to the solely Mercury ruled Virgos. So what do we have here? If you're a September Virgo, you might find that you bring a deeper work ethics, and you're very appreciative of material and luxurious things. You like the better and finer things in life. You are driven for, those things. You love the pursuit of money. You love the pursuit of better things in life. So there we have it. And let's move on. Let's take a look now. Let's set the players for our stage here. And I want to say that if you have a Virgo in your life, wow, how exciting can that be? I'm going to tell you why. Because they are very friendly, they're very sociable, they're very spontaneous, and because they are ruled by Mercury, well, guess what? They're excellent communicators, excellent listeners, and you know what? Not only will you get a lover, but you'll probably get a life coach and someone who is really in tune with the journey here. So let's take a look. We will set this one as the theme of the month. We will move on to what we need to let go. And what I'll do, I'll add these extra bonuses to these areas. We will add here what needs to continue. And what is the new energy entering your life for this cycle? Okay, and we'll next set up the next players, which is, let's take a look at career. We'll also take a look at relationship, and we will also take a look at personal growth. And our final card, what is the lesson that we can glean from this month? All right, set that aside. Let's get started. And so may the divine energy guide me as I interpret this for you and channel this through. All right, so what is the theme? The magician is showing up. The theme is make it happen. The power is within you. God is on your side, giving you the tools that you need to get things started. There will be a lot of new opportunities for my Virgos. And not only will you have these opportunities, but you will have divine inspirations coming through. There is a lot of beauty surrounding and a lot of purity in your intentions. We see the purity here. We see the beautiful roses. We also see the power that you have achieved from just an inner knowing. This is like a lot of things that are natural to you, and these tools and resources are there at the table, ready for you to put things together, to bring people together, to bring resources together, to work with communicating ideas and the passion behind it. So we're still at that very raw stage, but you're commanding this power to come to earth and to manifest these things. I really like that. All right. So that is the theme. Allow that magician to come out. Bring that spark. All right. It is time for you, my Virgo, to tap into your unlimited and full potential without hesitation. Whatever it is that you want to embark on, this is your theme of the month. Let's get started. Let's step into the powerful ability that you have within you to create, whether it's in job, business, relationship. All of this is showing up for you to step in and don't miss any opportunity in becoming the best version of yourself. All right, let's take a look at what are you willing to let go? What are you willing to let go? So this is it. Oh, right. And this. Wow. Two major arcana cards. Two major arcana cards. So as we look at this, it is time for rebirth. With this beautiful card, these two cards are just amazing. For one sense, it's like, we are ready to let go of things. We have gone through that phase of the pain and the suffering, and now we are being heralded again. Messages from above. You've got a lot of karma cards, a lot of things that are in your wheel that need to be either let go or initiated or start moving. So this is here telling you that you have had enough of reflecting about your life, enough of reflecting of, is this the right time? Do I need to do this now? Can I be involved in this relationship? All these things, all of that needs now to be a part of your past. You have done enough hanging around. So now this is time to leave that aside. And so this is about closing this chapter. You are good to go. This situation that you have been pining about or thinking, you're not ready to move on. Yes, you are. This message here is a reminder that it is your cue to move on. This chapter has already reached its close. The best thing is that you have mastered a lesson. You have gone through the gauntlet of that experience, and hanging around is not where you need to be. So this indicates now time to wake up. Time to wake up as we transition. So it'll be really interesting what the next cards are going to be revealed for you. But the lessons that came during this time were the lessons that you needed to bring you the wisdom that you now have acquired. And so this healing is already happened. And it is time for you to let go of the past so you can move towards the new life and the new improved life. No more hanging around. Let's take a look at what will continue. What will continue? Oh my goodness. We are blown out with major arcana cards. What the heck? You all saw me shuffle this thing. Oh my goodness. So there's really a very deep message here because you see our emperor is upside down. He is falling off of his throne. So there's still some issues that you may not want to let go, but this is a reminder that you need to. So if you choose not to let this go, if you choose to hold on to the past, if you choose to speak in that past tense and keep attracting that negativity, remember these stones here, they think, like I said, it'll be interesting what this is trying to share with you. You are sabotaging your future. No one else is sabotaging your future. You are making a mental choice to continue in that muck of emotions. Is that what you want for yourself? So as we see this now, are you ready to spin that wheel and go with what God has in store for you? Or are you going to force your plan? It's interesting how sometimes, we think we know, we think we have so much control, but the minute that we decide that there is a higher power working in, with us and through us, things change because we begin to get on that surfboard, take that position, and ride that wave, whatever may be, with an attitude of gratitude, with an attitude of I can overcome any obstacle that comes my way because I have something greater standing with me and beside me. What is your faith saying? My Virgo, I didn't think that you were that stubborn. Trying to be stubborn as a rock. Ooh, I know you're an earth sign. What the heck? Okay, let's take a look at what new energy is entering into your life for this cycle. So we'll go like this and like this. Okay, again, this is really interesting because now we're seeing here the Queen of Pentacles. So don't be fooled when the Queen of Pentacles shows up in a reading here. We normally see a woman here that, as I may show you in the upright form, very confident, very in tune with wealth, material gains, solid throne here, surrounded by abundance and beauty, opulence, a plush garden, very powerful in her attire, and a very beautiful golden crown as well. So what we see here is, and she represents all of that, what we call achievements, things that we want. She also represents this love of kind of knowing herself and knowing what she wants, and all these comforts that come with these attributes, because she's able to have a solid mind, to stay organized, to execute what she wants in a very successful and concise manner. So unfortunately, this energy, you need to be very careful because we're talking about energy that is coming in. Perhaps what I see here is that you, my Virgos, my men and women of my Virgo here, you may have an opportunity that may be showing up, but there might be an energy, a person that is bringing this energy that is disorganized, this energy that is not in touch with that, what I would call all those qualities that you as a Virgo espouse. So this person might be not very well money manager. So if you're going to be entering into a business relationship with this person, be very careful about what this person is hiding from you, because this person may be a little bit secretive. This person might not be all that they say they are, because they are not disclosing everything. So this energy, this disorganized and spendthrift person may be showing up. So pay close attention to that energy as it enters when it's in relationship to any new venture, opportunity, or business. Wow. Interesting. All right. Let's look at career. Let's see how it resonates with this venture. So in the area of career, Okay, so as we can see, one of the things that this is one of your traits, you love. You love following your passion. You love following your goal. You are very organized. You're very skilled and very well respected for the discipline and organization that you bring. And a lot of people admire that quality about you, my darling Virgo. So as it comes to your career, I'd like to tell you, be careful for anyone that wants to come in and take advantage of you, because you're working towards a goal. And once you are focused like that, nothing can stop you. So I love it. All is well in career. Continue that beautiful dynamic energy that you have in that discipline that you have achieved, because all that you work for is growing like on trees, and it's wonderful. Heck, when you could send me a seed of this money tree, I would greatly appreciate it. I'll put it on my Amazon wish list, which is on my description. Okay, so let's take a look at relationship. Ouch. Oh, wow. So for me, I'm not going to go much further. I want to show you something. There are a lot of these major arcana cards. So the difference, if you go into my Learn Tarot tutorial, you'll notice that in this Rider-Waite deck, you've got two types of cards. One that have these words here, and one that just have numbers with these symbols. Well, when these tend to show up, these usually are referring to big life lessons. And so there's a big life lesson that you just finished going through. There's a big life opportunity that is being presented to you. There are big life lessons that you need to learn as far as yourself, that, if you choose to continue trying to be the stubborn self, that side of you, it's not going to go well. But again, God is allowing for you to enter that wheel of fortune and allow him to show you the way. And then we come here to the area of relationship, where in the future they're showing about this person entering your life and this business thing kind of. So it may be, not saying that it's 100% sure, but if this is for you, those that are kind of resonating with this reading that I'm providing here, if this is for you, be very, very careful, because this may be that thing that's breaking the tower. It may not just be a romantic relationship or an intimate relationship, but who knows, if you are doing business with someone that you are involved with, this might create even greater chaos, and a moment of crisis is going to show up that is on that karmic path. So how you choose to maneuver through that storm is going to say a lot about the future, which it's going to be interesting if what's going to be revealed here in that lesson card here. Okay, so wow. Okay, let's take a look at now your personal growth, because all of this is being played out for that personal growth of yours. Whoa. Again, I'll put up the link here for my learn how to interpret the devil card. So if you notice here, these two individuals are hands-free. These chains are very loose. At any moment, they can choose to remove those chains that are binding them. The devil, very interesting. Take a look at him. Almost looks like the magician here, sent here to do his part. But you might be involved in an area of darkness in your personal growth, maybe satisfying your personal ambitions, your personal vices. Because you see, the devil here, representing whatever that may represent, but here, even though he's creepy looking, he really wants to say, I'm giving you a chance, as we can bring this energy of light down here to you. But you have that choice. You have that choice if you want to. In the meantime, I'm going to bring enough light for you to see the errors of your ways. So it's interesting here in a beautiful way, as it's related to the theme, which is as above, so below. God gives you all the tools. But then what if you misuse them? What if you fall? What if you fall out of grace, out of your own choice? So in your personal growth, what I would seem to be bringing through, if I may, is find ways that you can come back to that beautiful center, to align yourself with what is true and right, that feels comfortable, that feels in grace of what the virtues are, and to bring yourself into love, into peace, into harmony. Ah, wow, so much that could be said, but I'll need to stop there because you have the rest of the puzzle. Because only you can get yourself out of those chains. Okay, so what is the lesson? Virgo. I feel like what we need to do is have wine. Get through this reading here, right? Okay, so look, this is interesting because here we have the Three of Pentacles. And whatever we see here as challenges, I've got great news for you. This is like you going through that gauntlet of fire and you are running through so many obstacles, but you knowing that God is on your side. He's not going to let you burn. And like I see here the Trinity. For me, I see the Trinity here, Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, being protected. But aside from any religious connotations, we see here that when the Three of Pentacles shows up, we're talking about completing a goal. Usually the threes represent completion, from that one journey, the nomad, to a divergence of ideas, and then coming back as a trinity in full. So what we see here, that you will be able to get through some of these obstacles. You will be able to align yourself. You will be able to get through and pursue these greater things that have presented to you at your table. And so at the end of this cycle, as you know, as we move through the constellation of Virgo, that's about 30 days. So you'll be going through this trial, through this short period where you are going to have moments of epiphany and moments of challenge. But you will come back realizing the strength that you have within yourself because the power is within you. As a matter of fact, if you check out my book playlist, I do have a book titled The Power is Within. Please take a look at that book and sit back and enjoy it. You will learn so much that's going to empower you with accessing all this beautiful God-given energy. So there you have it here as we move through the lesson that needs to be learned and the encouragement that that you have, people that do support you, even though you may struggle a little bit here and there, being able to seek that wisdom. In this case, this person seems to be in a religious house and someone that has skills that can offer that wisdom as they're showing their plan. You are very organized, Virgo, so you know that putting things in writing and setting your goals and looking at the different things that you have, pros and cons, is the best way to move forward. So that is the lesson, to remember to keep your plan, to create a strategy and to move forward with it because you're designed that way. All right, so let's take a look at some of these others as we close out our collective theme. Hope you've been enjoying this. If you have, please do hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell so you can be notified of my next video when it comes. So we're going to take a look at, let's take a look at this money and career through this money oracle deck here. I will go ahead and just shuffle them first. That way I can pick them up and we will see what is in store. And this one will give us a little highlight in the area of love, relationship, friendships, and the sort. So because it's kind of weird, I shuffle and wherever it splits, that's the one we're taking. Oh, mysterious. Okay. And I'll use the Karma deck and see what's going to be revealed with this. Planets. That'll be interesting. Okay, and we will close it out with a collective angel message and see what we have from our divine angel guides. Okay, let's see. Oh, the cup is upside down. So we've seen this here, as if we can let me move these around, in the area of the future and with career. So let's see how this works. So it says overflowing prosperity. So because it's upside down, it's going to be, it's negative. Overflowing prosperity, full or empty account, career nurturing, taking care of business and fulfilled. So what we're looking at here is we see that this is something that we need to pay attention to, that probably as we go back to some of the situations that we saw revealed here with, you know, the relationship and this thing, that the new energy that's coming in and this situation here, we could see that things can happen with that flow. And because your nature is so grounded, this is so against the grain for you. So it's going to put you in a very uncomfortable position. So your desire to kind of submerge yourself in the work, to kind of balance off the situation and kind of head it while you can, might be the way to move forward. So pay attention to anything that's going to kind of drain you, not only emotionally, but more so because emotionally it's this relationship thing, but the also taking you out of that flow that you know how to get into when you plan. Remember the plan? Okay, so let's take a look at the next one, which is relationship. Okay. Wait. Ooh. Don't rush into, allow nature to take its course. So this is probably why they have these beautiful like trees and root type of relationship couple coming together. So the message in this situation, you know, whatever relationship that may be, whether it's a romantic or it could be this business partnership that seems to want to create some chaos, it says here kind of wait, you know, don't jump. Like if this could even mean a relationship, for the lesson is, you know, get more information before you tie the knot, get more information before you sign contracts, wait, don't rush into, allow nature to take its course. Could also mean that if you allow a little seasoning, guess what? Things will be revealed to you so that you can take the right kind of action and let it happen organically. Let's take a look at what the Karma card is revealing. And this is in the subconscious. It says here, in the spiritual, an unusual example. So take a look at things that are beginning to manifest. Remember how this card here was kind of that personal growth. It's important for you to take a look at things and that you discern, example, things. Perhaps not everything is as you thought it would be. Like maybe you thought that this was a very negative card, but once I started sharing with you the similarities, what this creature is doing is trying to show you some light, because the things that are vices in your life can only be stopped by you. So in the mental, you need to find a different way of looking at things, looking at how to approach this relationship or this business, looking how to approach, you know, just the different things that you have manifested in your life. And then in the physical, be prepared for an unexpected change. And that is really awesome to bring up, because one of the things that Uranus is in charge of is that same thing, change, freedom, individuality, and commitment. So be ready for that, you know. So, you know, that unexpected change. What does that mean as you know, try to learn these lessons that is coming with this cycle for you? So just remember that when Uranus is moving, it's a very slow moving planet, and usually puts us in life lessons that usually take us 5 to 7 years to kind of really as human beings kind of get it. So let's hope that this cycle is not a very long one for you, and that this is something that you can move through, because you're going to allow God to spin that wheel for you, and where it lands, you're okay and willing to learn that lesson, rather than being that stubborn king here that has no throne because you just want it your way. Have it your way, have it your way. I think that was an old commercial. Can't remember what it was from. Oh well, the jingle. So I could tell you already by looking at these wings upside down that this is going to have a different meaning than what we see here. But let's close it out and see what the angels are trying to share with you, my Virgo. Oh, romance. Oh man, who sings that bad romance song? Oh my goodness. Well, that's what you have here. Bad romance. Bad romance showing in this energy with this person that's coming in, male or female. It doesn't matter whether you're looking at a female on there. It's that energy, you know. But this energy upside down, this person that's just not aligning with your values and in that thing. And then this tower in the relationship. Wow. And of course, you know, part of this, you might be addicted to this relationship and what it brings. So, wow. Romance, wait. Don't rush. Oh, there you go. Well, my lovelies, thank you so much, my Virgo. I love you. And what can I tell you? Happy birthday. And for all of us out here that is embracing this Virgo energy, take a little bit of this and understand that some of the influence you'll be feeling has a lot to do with the constellation of Virgo. So you will feel a little bit more communicative. And if you're a writer, use this Virgo energy to write your heart out. So if you're a poet, you know, if you are doing business, if you are doing anything that involves public speaking or expression, use this beautiful Virgo energy, because we've got to give it credit to them, and to manifest better quality of communicating in all fields and in all areas of your life. So my Virgo, happy birthday, and God bless you. And hopefully we'll catch each other at the next video.